Hey everyone, welcome to my snazzy life. I told 3 people about this, so only 3 of you I let know that I was doing this channel. So 2 of them did subscribe, and then I subscribed on the channel I watch these on, just so I don't have to hunt for the name every time I'm looking for it. So I have 2 of those people. I think the third will probably subscribe, but we'll see if anyone else watches or subscribes to this. So Katie still hasn't found out, so it's just kind of fun to do. All right, well, today my topic is going to be counterfeit pins, or the fake pins, or scrappers, whatever you call them. Kind of my thoughts on this. Whenever we first started to do pin trading, someone Katie worked with before had told us about how you could get lots on eBays and stuff, like slots on pins on eBay, stuff like that. And so we looked into it, and we ended up ordering, I don't remember, it was like 100 or something like that. And you go on, you find it, they have all these positive reviews, and you're like, okay, I think these are real pins. This is just a good deal. So we bought them and got them, and it was fun. Like, we got like a pack of 100, I think, and we did like a draft. She picked one, I picked one. We just went back and forth. It was really fun to do. And it says 100% tradable on the site. So we thought everything was legit. We didn't know much about the fakes and stuff like that at the time, so we were doing trading and stuff like that. But as we learned what was going on, that they were actually, we were like, maybe some of them are real and some of them aren't. And then we realized if they came from a lot, those are all fake. If you buy a lot of, unless it's from like a regular person, but if they're selling bulk lots constantly, if it's like Amazon or like eBay, those type of ones, and those are all 100% fake. They're not real. The reason they get away with saying tradable is because the cast members at the parks on the boards are not allowed to say no. So as long as it meets the requirements, it has the @Disney copyright on the back, then they can't really say no. So that's how they get away with doing that. But a lot of people will say, trade equal value like for like. And once we started finding out about reals and fakes, we would kind of do that too. I actually went through and we separated all the ones we thought were real, all the ones we thought were fake. We even had a couple people that we met that kind of went through and showed us. And then I started keeping the fake board if we liked fake pins, or I count counterfeit pins. If we liked those, we would trade, a counterfeit one for a counterfeit one, or we would do, if there was like a lot of kids have those fake pins and they want to trade, and you don't want to trade away all these pins you spent a lot of money on for a fake pin when it's fake at the time. So I would carry that board of those and be like, oh, if they all had all fake pins, I could let them trade from that. But my deal with it was, one, I didn't want to carry a bunch of the fake pins around with me. And then one of my big things, once we realized what was going on, was I didn't want to have in my pin book fake pins and real pins even in the vicinity, because once I started learning and people would hand me a book and I would see that most of their book were counterfeit pins, and that that's what they were trading along with the real pins, I was worried, well, I don't know if I'm going to pick out ones that are real or fake from them. And so I, once again, don't want to trade a bunch of real ones for fake ones. And so when I was still learning more, I was hesitant to trade with people. If they opened up and I saw a bunch of fake ones in there, I wouldn't even want to trade with them, because I didn't want to accidentally take a fake one and then trade it with another person later, that thinking it's real, and then trading a fake one for a real one with someone else. So we ended up just cutting the backs off of all the fake ones and throwing them away. We just completely got rid of all of them. Even ones, if I wasn't sure I was suspect about, I got rid of it, because I didn't want to have any fake ones that I might be trading. So In my personal collection, I do have the ones that we traded at the beginning that I really like. And then if I can find real versions of those, over time I'm replacing them, like that collect different characters. And so I do that, but I had stopped doing that. And the reason also I don't do the pins that are like counterfeit. For counterfeit, a lot of people say like do like for like value for like value. Is I look at those pins; those are counterfeit pins. They're fake pins. So like, if you are going and trading baseball cards and you came to a baseball card show and you brought a whole bunch of counterfeit baseball cards. You had fake Babe Ruth cards, fake Mickey Mantle cards, fake whoever is a big baseball player type cards. Would you feel comfortable going into that card show with a bunch of fake cards to trade with other people, or saying, you know, I want to trade with them, or, you know, trade or sell these? No, it's the same with like purses. They have knockoff like Louis Vuitton stuff like that. Like if you're going to use it on your own and you have it, that's one thing. But if you're going to try and sell it, or you're going to try and trade it with someone else, or just trade it in general, it's counterfeit. Like that's basically stealing, if in my opinion. So that is kind of why we quit doing those. So we only deal with real pins now. If we see a fake pin that we want on the board, then we will trade a real pin for it. But we don't do the fake for fake really anymore. And that's kind of my 2 cents on the counterfeit pins. If you have any questions or anything, shoot me a comment, or you can tell me your feelings about it too. But I just wanted to kind of put my 2 cents out into the world. If you do the counterfeit pins and you're comfortable with it and that's what you do, you do you. I don't have any problem with you. Like I've gotten to the point where I can pretty much tell now. So when people come up to me to trade and they have a ton of them mixed together and there's something I have that they really want, I can usually pick out and find 1 or 2 of the real ones, and I trade with them now more comfortably now that I can tell them apart a little better. But you know, that's completely up to you and what you're wanting to do with it. But personally, yeah, we usually will never carry fake pins, or if we're worried it might be fake, I usually won't trade for those either. So, all right, well, that's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, feel free to like and subscribe. We also have our main channel, Our Snazzy Life. It's full of Disney content, Disney pin content. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Deuces.